What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Dougie D Fresh, and today we are talking about JJK chapter 250. Man, we are eating so good. So let me just get the formalities out the way so we can get straight into the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like so YouTube knows you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you really like the content, and if you want to be notified of that said future content, make sure you hit the post notification bell. And if you have anything to say about the video or the chapter, make sure to leave them down in the comment section down below. Now let's get straight into it. So we get an explanation on how Yuta's domain exactly works, so we'll see how it lines up with my theories from last week. Now first, we see that any copied ability can be the sure hit. Then we see that all other techniques are randomly scattered among the katana and only Yuta can use them, and he doesn't know which sword is imbued with which technique until he picks it up, and each sword can only be used once, but there's an infinite number of swords. Now Yuta literally has like his own version of unlimited blade work. This domain is insane. Like JJK loves this man so much, and it only gets proved even more throughout the chapter. So that answers all the questions I have from last week. So now we can just enjoy the fight because we know what's going on. Now I didn't really get a solid answer to this question, so I'm hoping someone can tell me in the comment section down below. I'm sure if I just went back and read certain fights, I'd be able to figure it out, and I'm sure it's really not that hard to understand. But my question is, can curse techniques be used in a domain? Because we see Yuta use sky manipulation a couple times, and I think one of the times the sword is in his hand, but I'm not sure if every time he uses it, it shows a sword in his hand. And the reason I'm asking that question is because, one, I was confused about that, and two, I feel like if you could, using his copy techniques that he can already use plus the swords would just throw his opponent all the way off. So I'm more going the route that curse techniques can't be used inside the domain because, well, no, because I was thinking about back to the Gojo and Sukuna fight, and I don't think there's ever a time where Gojo used red or blue, so that kind of answered my question. I think it was just straight hand-to-hand combat every time he was in the domain. So yeah, I'm pretty sure curse techniques cannot be used in domains, but if I'm tripping, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Now, Yuta and Sukuna are kind of equal, at least in terms of curse energy reserves, because because Sukuna says that, dang, my curse energy might be about the same level as this brat's, and he has no domain currently, and his reverse curse technique is, you know, taking a little bit longer than usual, which Yuta already kind of picked up on last chapter. So this is literally this strategy and this moment right here, because Yuta even said last chapter, I will end everything within this domain. So this fight is going to completely occur in Yuta's domain. When I first was thinking about this fight, you know, I was thinking maybe Yuta will, you know, try and fight Sukuna, you know, just in Shibuya, and, you know, use his techniques, give him the hands, you know, him and Rika doing everything. I did not expect a domain expansion just straight off the rip, but it makes so much sense. It's, if you go back to my Gojo versus Sukuna videos, I was like, man, they're just spamming domain expansions. But like I said then, the domain expansion is the height of Jujutsu sorcery, and they are going up against the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer. Even when weakened, it has taken all of this just to take him down. Even with this plan and every strategy that they have, it is still not easy for them. Even with Yuta, Yuji, and Rika, Sukuna is still fending them off, and two of his arms are preoccupied maintaining Hollow Wicker Basket. So of course, if this domain expansion does not work, man, it's looking scary for the Sukuna Extermination Squad, and we will get into that even more later on in this video. So we saw the Yuji Rika fastball special, and if you I'm not the super biggest fan of Marvel Comics. I just know the characters and, you know, the movies, but that's a whole nother topic. But just see the Yuji Rika fastball special. If you don't know what a fastball special is, just look it up and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It was just, I feel like there's two moments in this chapter that were not necessarily lighthearted, but just made me chuckle a little bit. And that was that moment. And then Yuji and Yuta just answering Sukuna's question of, he's like, man, how'd you guys get to this point? Like, what's going on? And Yuji's like, hard work and determination. And Yuta's like, nah, we cheated. Like, I mean, no one blames you for quote unquote cheating in this fight. Like I said, he's the strongest sorcerer in history, and he just beat Satoru Gojo, and he's not done with his reign of terror. Well, hopefully he is, because I don't want to see Yuta die. So hopefully no more bodies will be caught. But I can't speak for Ino and Kusakabe. I know they're kind of just chilling outside of the barrier of the domain right now, but you know, it's not looking too good for them, I'll be honest. Except Kusakabe, because I feel like he's always gonna find a way to survive. And man, Yuta is, again, like I said, Gege Akutami loves this man, because Yuta he hits Sukuna with the don't move, bro. Now, we've known that Yuta had his cursed speech for a minute. That was the first technique he copied. But for him to be able to tell Sukuna don't move, because he sensed it. He knew, man, if I don't do something, Yuji ass about to get cut the fuck up. So he just immediately got in there, stopped it. Like, damn, who else is telling the king of curses to not move and forcing him to obey? Come on now. Now, I just wanted to say R.I.P. Gojo. He would be so proud of y'all. This plan, this teamwork is really looking so beautiful. And man, I just gotta say, Yuta's bag is so deep, because we saw him use Charles Bernard's curse technique, and it just got me thinking, like, the culling game wasn't for the merger. It wasn't to show us a bunch of cool battles. It really wasn't. The whole point of the culling game was to give sorcerers so Gege could hand deliver sorcerers to Yuta Okkotsu to give him even more techniques. Now, we don't know what this man has been up to since Zero. We don't know who he encountered between the time the Zero ended and, you know, him going to chill in Africa with Miguel. We don't know how many sorcerers, well, we know how many sorcerers he beat just because of his point count when we see him again, but we don't know what their techniques were. He has all of those. He probably has piercing blood. He probably has convergence. He might even have projection sorcery somehow, just from seeing Naoya, because we don't know how his copy technique works. And I need an explanation, because this man, Yuta Okkotsu, has cleave. Yes, Yuta has cleave. Now, I feel like the theory out there for a while has been that Yuta might have to consume, or Rika might have to consume a part of, you know, the person to get their technique, but I don't think that really applies, because we don't see Rika consume any part of Inumaki in order for him to get the copy ability. Maybe, because if I remember, I think Inumaki coughed up blood because, you know, his throat got fucked up during chapter 0, so maybe off screen Rika like licked up his blood or something like that. But he also copied Uro's technique and Ishigori's, and I'm pretty sure we saw Rika bite what is her name, Uro's arm. I just said her name and I forgot. But I'm pretty sure Yuta used her technique before that even happened. So the theory goes that Rika ate Sukuna's hand in order to get his techniques. So we will see, because I think that will get explained next chapter, because it has to. There's no way you show Yuta using cleave and then don't explain what is going on. But man, this was a great chapter. I had to get this video out, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. The plan is looking so good that I know, and I have a deep feeling it's not gonna work. And I think the next stage of the plan is for Maki. I think Maki and possibly Hikari, if he's done dealing with Urame, but I think we're gonna have to see that fight and how it ends. If Hikari and Maki could pull up, that is like the only insurance plan that I see left. I think Angel should really still be able to use Jacob's ladder. I know she lost her arm or whatever, but I don't know why that really matters. But man, Maki's not here, and that's for a reason, because I feel like if you had Maki here, that just even heightens your guys' chances even more. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot to talk about this. Sukuna shouts out Yuta for making it so that his barrier is not affecting Yuji. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. I don't know how it would really affect Yuji. Oh, my bad. The sure hit, of course, the sure hit is not affecting Yuji, which I don't know if it would really do anything to Yuji, but Sukuna says like, oh, could he always do that? So I'm wondering if that's a shout out to, hey, Yuta learned how to do that by watching Gojo change the his barrier on the fly against Sukuna, or if that's something he learned over the course of the month. But you know, Yuta's bag is super deep with just being able to copy all these techniques, but I think we still need to see him apply what he learned from watching Gojo and Sukuna. I'm thinking the barrier will break because the domain will be finished due to Sukuna getting his domain back, most likely. And then we're gonna probably get Maki jumping in, and then Yuta's gonna take a little bit of time. He's gonna use his technique again, And then Sukunu's back. Oh, fuck. He learned how to heal his technique. So that's what I'm expecting. Let me know if you guys think I'm tripping, if you're expecting the same thing or what you guys are expecting. Do you guys think that Maki being the insurance is a bad idea and she should just get in here right now? Just, man, again, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. If you really enjoyed the video and you love my sweet voice, make sure to hit that subscribe button and post notification bell. It has been your boy Dougie D Fresh, and I'm out. Peace.